Hey everybody, welcome back once again to Gaijin Guide. And this time I wanted to talk to you guys about something that was kind of inspired by a conversation I had with one of my friends the other night. Of course, I live here in Japan, and my friend currently lives in Korea. And he's getting ready to go back to the US in about 5 months. And while he's over there, he's been taking some online classes and stuff, working towards his master's degree. And during the conversation I had with him the other night, we started talking about some of the foreigners that we've met here, both Korea and Japan, where they're basically kind of lifers, for lack of a better term, and they're people who are stuck in kind of undesirable occupations and they have no real reason to go back to their home countries. They're not happy with their situations here, and a lot of these people just complain and quite often drink, and that's their life. And he and I are both very actively aware that we don't want to end up like those guys. Uh, Personally, I'm kind of in the idea that I'm probably not going to return to America anytime in the foreseeable future. My career has always been more successful outside the U.S. And while there are certainly things I miss about being in America, you gotta look at the long term. And so, as I said, my friend is working on his master's degree, and lately I've been trying to think about what else I can do because looking back on this past year, while I had a very enjoyable time, I was just kind of standing in place. It is one of my bad habits. If I get into a situation where I'm comfortable, that I just want to enjoy that comfort as long as I can. And in this day and age, you can't really do that. And especially in education, you always have to be working to improve yourself, to expand your skills, to expand your knowledge. And I did kind of slack on that this last year. I didn't study Japanese as much as I wanted to. I didn't do a lot of things that I wanted to do, but I've decided to try and correct that as best I can here in this year. And even though we're just a little over 2 weeks here into 2018, I have been exploring some options. I've been talking to some other people. I've been looking at things. I've set up a few things. Nothing really worth mentioning has come to fruition yet, but some very interesting things in my life are starting to take shape. Which is not to say that there haven't been some setbacks. Making big changes in your life is not easy, and sometimes your willpower fades. You just don't you can't find that energy within yourself to just do anything that day or that evening, or just you've got a little bit of free time. You're like, I should go and do something productive, but screw it, I'm going to sit here and read this book. Now, not that I believe in any way, shape, or form that you need to be doing something every waking minute of the day. I kind of think that it's the little moments in life, those moments where you can just kick back and read a book, that are among life's most precious. But as always, it's a balancing act. So basically what I'm trying to say with you in this video is, wherever you are, be wary of stagnating. Stagnation is death. You always have to be um, changing in some way. Change is the only constant, as the saying goes. So always be learning something new, trying something new. Always be considering new possibilities. People talk about people who are set in their ways, and ever since I was a kid, I've always felt this weird mixture of pity and anger towards people like that. And the idea of simply getting to a point where you can't change, where you are, or you're just so unwilling to change that you might it's basically impossible for you. Now, I mean, of course, change isn't always easy, and there are limitations to what kind of changes a person can make for various reasons, be they financial, be they physical. If you're 77 years old, maybe taking up marathon running is not the wisest course of action, for example. But still, just the idea of someone saying like, okay, I'm good as I am, and I'm basically going to make no effort to grow from this point on in my life, that just strikes me as wasting life, the great fundamental gift of life. Whenever I learn something new, or when I try something new, even if it doesn't work out, well, I at least have some degree of satisfaction in that. And I hope that that's something that I can maintain for the rest of my life. Because, well, have you ever been around stagnant water? It's it's not pleasant. It doesn't smell good. It doesn't look good, and it's just wasted potential. It's flowing water where life breeds best. Sure, you can get something from stagnant water, mold and pond scum, but that's not really saying very much, is it? All right, well, that's perhaps a little overly morbid, so I'm going to call it here. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Of course, you can find me on Twitter at Gaijin Gaiden, and also please join me on Tumblr at Gaijin Gaiden. Until next time, take care and have a good one.